Good time of the day, fabulous people. I'm happy to see you at the SAP Talk with Olyaaman. Today I will share with you 5 life-changing things you need to know in order to find contentment in life. We will come back from this conversation with a lighted hope for brighter days and a lighted strength to live those happily. This story is about, let us name this lovely lady M. This way I preserve incognito of my protagonists. So let us be acquainted. M used to make fun of everyone in a boisterous manner. When someone came to the class with a new school bag, we used to say, "M will be mad before long, you wait and see." And sure to the word, she gave enough time to lamentations that all of us were ready to swallow up all the new things we had before M could lay her envious eye on them. We called her the practical because of her love for all material things. She used to take a fancy to me, mostly because I very seldom had anything worth her attention, and I liked her just a little, but that little was enough for a child that could have everything in her life but for sincere affection. After 8th grade, we've lost each other. Em and her family moved to live in a nearby city, and I stayed in my native village till graduation. A few years ago, a nice-looking woman entered my train compartment. The long trip to the faraway city was shortened to a thought-provoking and tears-causing conversation. 1. Change the desire to possess to the affectionate attitude toward yourself. I wanted Em to make the run-in, the inner writer and explorer of human minds reigning in me. I was resolved to persevere in my silent patronage of the conversation. Em gave voice to her inner child, and we cried bitterly and laughed heartily to the memories of a girl who considered gifts to be the merits of love. A girl who could ill bear when someone had things she considered pretty and nice because she thought that meant someone was loved more, and that was the notion so painful for a child deprived of true feeling. Em looked contented though. Strong character was visible in the physiognomy of this young woman with her big unmoving eyes, her almost lipless mouth, and high intelligent forehead. She carried herself with confidence. There was not even a passing feeling of irritation, only that physical beauty that comes from the loving energy inside. Em learned to give her heart a rejuvenating feeling of compassion. It was impossible to stop the flow of loving words that she embraced herself with. When she followed this mode of endowment, her soul with eminent feelings, the shift in her thinking began, and there was no way to stop the transformation in her life. 2. Think about true value of things in life. Em was not going from the nun. She was led by love. The exhilarating effect that self-love has changed her understanding of values in life. Any envious feelings towards material possessions of others disappeared like a star lost in the distant darkness of the horizon, and myriads of bright awareness stars stunned her zenith. That commanding view opened Em's perception of the true value of things in life. Her salvation was in the feeling of gratitude. Her beauty was in a desire to devote her life to the people she loved. Her life was in pursuing the course of inspirited life of inner and outer health. 3. Recollect a painful loss. When I asked her about the turning point, the element in her life that caused this alteration, Em fell silent for a moment, so much taken up with her thoughts that her eyes seemed to stop seeing. The loss she endured was painful enough to make her think of what she could have exchanged for a life given back. Her parents didn't have time to love her, but she loved them with every cell of her body and every vibe of her soul. She was only 18 when unchained nature element left her an orphan. her parents' car being smashed from the road by a violent gust of wind, both her mom and dad dying instantly. It seemed like a dream, a fiction, vulnerable and insecure, and was left alone to think about the present. The past was gone, but the future was hers. Anything in that time frame of days bygone and days to be still lived was compared to that particular incident. Any feeling being at its utmost tension was measured to the one and felt at that time. She was not any longer at war with herself. The life, after having handled her so roughly, seemed now disposed to favor her to the utmost. She found the diary her mother had, and that precious notebook was full of tender words her mother seldom voiced, but no doubt felt, and that was the only thing that mattered. 4. Train your senses to feel empathy. Anne was lost in wondering and half admiration when she shared the account of some major facts from her friends' lives. She felt true enjoyment from seeing others succeed and sincere sympathy towards the ones failing to achieve the desired. Our shared journey was coming to an end, and waited silently for any fresh question that I could have, being a little tired from all the various emotions she forced herself to go through again. She surely satisfied all legitimate curiosity, and I let her rest and husband her strength, joining her in contemplation of a succession of low hills and rich forests outside the window. 5. Remind yourself of the love you have. Anne became an active, vigorous woman, and even now I can see her in my mind's eye being happy in her chosen career. She's a therapist, working with at-risk youth. Anne is my noble and generous friend, noble not by birth, but by her personal qualities, virtues of her heart. She rarely breathes a word of her private misgivings, but always opens a listening spot in her busy schedule for a friend who needs some consolation. And she offers her love with a shy grace that is so very charming. Anne shares love, and the more she gives, the more she has coming back to her. She had much to say. Her life was unbroken by the misfortunes. Every painful event stitched the pieces of heartwarming feelings together, making a beautiful patchwork quilt of her love-centered life. Let us summarize. Let love be a faithful guardian that keeps close watch and prevents you from taking a negative feeling into your life. Linger over your self-impression with prolonged enjoyment. Think about all the little details you love about your character and appearance. Always glance at yourself with the air of tenderness and inward exaltation. Never fail to revert your thoughts to the blessings in your life, friends and family, community and humanity. Do not just claim to be out and out human. When you are able to find a source of happiness in serving others, do so. There are two motives that divide the empire of love: love to yourself and love to others. Contentment in life stands in constant need of love. When that need is answered, the great question of finding happiness is solved. The bitterness of past grief should bore you company in moments of false despair. The contradiction between them will bring back your self-control. When sorrow and merry creases of life are smoothed out, the true appreciation is effaced, lost in the absence of comparison. Let empathy be your true comforter that reminds you about the beautiful emotions that fill your heart and soul. Do not just live in apparent luxury of compassion. Share the feelings of others earnestly in your heart. Often, the sad confusion that your thoughts are thrown into when you see the dispirited state of another being helps you to soothe and console the bruises in your life. When you share love, you have more coming back to you. The artless, love-centered life has a lot to give in terms of honest, pleasant feelings. It is easy to obey the voice of deep affection, Once you try it, you'll start grasping a delight to give the kindness and warmth of your heart. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel for a daily inspiring story. Today, it was olyaaman with you in my SAP talk. Thank you. I hope to see you again soon.